The last thing we're going to look at here is odds. So the odds in favor of an event and the odds against an event can be found using these formulas on the right. So they're not really formulas, but they are like a ratio similar to probability. So if you look at this carefully, it says odds in favor of an event. So it is the number of favorable outcomes. That is not different to probability. It's what you want on the top, or the first value. And then it's over, or it's compared to the number of unfavorable outcomes. So it's what you want to what you don't want. So the odds against are really, it just flips. So the odds against would be the number of unfavorable to favorable. So what you don't want to what you do. So here's the difference between probability and odds. Odds is what you want to what you don't want. So yes, one value is what you want, but it's not out of the total. If it's what you want to what you don't want, the numerator and denominator together add up to the total. So that's kind of the difference there. So if it were to say, what are the odds of picking a queen out of a standard deck of cards? Okay, there are 4 queens, so that's what you want. 4 queens. So that would be the numerator of your ratio. So since there are 48 cards that aren't queen, that's the bottom. So odds would be 4 to 48. 4 plus 48 equals your 52 cards. We still can reduce it to 1/12. I will write it as the ratio so we don't get confused. So instead of 4 over 48, I will write it as 4 to 48. That way we don't think it's probability. It's sort of more clear that it's actually a ratio and that it's odds. So for number 1, it has a couple parts here. It says the bag contains 3 red, 4 green, 7 blue, 1 yellow, and 2 white marbles. So there are 17 total marbles, right? 3, 4, 7 plus 7 is 14, 15, 16, 17. So 17 total marbles. So what are the odds of picking a red? Okay, there are 3 red. That is what we want. So how many are not red? 14. So 3 to 14. What are the odds of picking a green? There are 4 green. So how many are not green? 13 of them in the bag. What are the odds of picking a blue? 7. So this one would be 7 to 10. Odds of picking a yellow? 1 to 16. So it's yellow compared to not yellow. So E says, what are the odds against picking a white? So I really just figure out what the odds are in favor and then flip it. But what it would be is not white to white. So the odds in favor of picking white would be 2 to 15. So the odds against are going to be 15 to 2. So 2 things. Pay attention to if it asks for odds or probability, and then if it's asking for odds, we have to pay attention, is it asking for in favor or against? So then F, what are the odds of picking a black? If there are no black marbles, then the odds are 0. 0 to 17. And that is okay. It is allowed to be 0. So odds is what you want to what you don't want. So together, the 2 values adds up to the total. In probability, it's always out of the total. So just be careful of paying attention to the wording.